Welcome back, trainers. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. We're going to be taking a look at one of my most expensive Pokemon in the Ultra League, and that is going to be Shadow Hitmonchan, completely maxed out here at level 50. This thing is an absolute beast. It was almost just a little bit under 1,000,000 Stardust, so yeah, that's what we do over here. We invest in really random things, showcase it to you so you can potentially make that investment yourself without having to do it first, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I just spent all this dust and what a waste of time here. So with that said, if you do enjoy my content, please give it a thumbs up. We're going to be pairing it up with Pidgeot the entire time here with Legacy Wing Attack, and then of course we're going to be going with, Feather Dance and Brave Bird. Alright, as far as that third Pokemon, we're going to be swapping it out periodically. So we'll just have to see just a few battles here. Alright, so we're going to go for Feather Dance, getting a shield and swapping into Hitmonchan here. This is going to be a good situation, letting that Surf go, no problem at all. They've got a Giratina in the back. Let's go ahead and start hitting these Ice Punches here. Doing a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, the counter's not going to be doing much really at all because they're Ghost, right? Going to let this Dragon Claw go. We're still holding on to our Pidgeot in the back. Now, we are going to be resisting that Shadow Claw that they do have. So we have that going for us here. And we bring them down very low. So we could potentially farm them down here. Hopefully, they do not have Ancient Power. And we're using our last shield. Okay, so they've got one shield left. They're going for another charge move here. I would assume it's going to be a Dragon Claw yet again. All right, they probably got Shadow Sneak. All right, immediately going for the Feather Dance so we can lower their attack on that Lapras here. And let's go for another one. This is going to be debuffed by 4 stages. And we're getting that shield. So all we have to do is get to the Brave Bird. Can we do it? Look at that Surf damage. Hardly even doing anything. A couple of Ice Shards are doing more than that Surf. So they're going to be getting to another Surf here. We survive and we get to the Brave Bird and Pidgeot taking the win for us. Hitmonchan's going to be putting in the work. This Pidgeot is just amazing though, we already know. And that was a close one. Able to quick move down the Giratina and surviving with 1 HP. Next battle met with a Tapu Finn here. This is no problem. Okay, looks like we got Cress on the team right now. Gonna immediately go for the Feather Dance right out the gate here so we can lower those stats. And we're getting a shield, which is amazing. Oh boy, we have just been bumped up to about an 80% win rate, hopefully, here. So we're going to be letting that go. Moonblast doing a decent amount of damage, and we're going to go straight for the Brave Bird here. Do they want to shield it up? And they do, of course. So we're going to go ahead and swap, getting both of their shields, and they're going to be bringing in a shiny Obstagoon, which we have Cresselia to go for Moonblast, doing about half damage, a little bit over half. We're not shielding a thing up. We're going to let it all of this go, and then hopefully Hitmonchan is going to be able to sweep up for us. Pidgeot doesn't really have any health left, so it's really not going to do anything for us there. All right, so we're going to build up a little bit of extra energy here so we can be ready to go. Going to go ahead and throw this Moonblast. And what's going on here? What is going on here? Did they back out? I don't think they did for this one. They might have, I think. Let's see it. And they did. Okay, so look. Oh, there they go. I don't know what's going on with this whack-ass game, but they did catch an Ice Punch, so unfortunately they are behind on energy because they were sitting still. I don't know if it was a visual glitch and we just simply couldn't see them getting off their quick moves, because that has happened to me. I've seen it before. They're just sitting there, but then they just start spamming charge moves as if they were getting energy that whole time. So we're going to go for the Thunder Punch here. Back up against the Drapion with our Hitmonchan. We're going to let this Sludge Bomb go, doing a ton of damage, getting to the Ice Punch, and we should be able to just about finish off this Drapion here, and taking the win with our Hitmonchan. Let's go. Next battle, what are we going to see here? Mandibuzz? This is fine. We got the birds. Okay, folks, check this out. This is actually going to be my 6,000 win if we win this here. So let's see if we can pull it off. So 6,000 wins in the Ultra League. That is what's up. We're at 5,999 right now. So we're going to be getting off these Feather Dances, lowering their attack. They keep going for Aerial Ace here, which sounds good to me. It's really not doing too much from the get-go without even debuffing them. Going for a Feather Dance yet again. Now at this point they have reached max debuff, so I would assume they would want to shield this up, thinking that I'm going to go for Brave Bird. They go for Aerial Ace. We're building up a little bit of extra energy so we can have something ready to go for whatever they do bring in. Going for the Brave Bird, they let it go, great. And it's a Stun Fist. This is fine. This is still great here. We're going to lower the stats on that thing. And we're going to stay. I think we actually catch here because I don't know why. So that was a pretty good catch on my end, bringing in the Cresselia. Not necessary. and they're going to be swapping. They've got their own Cresselia here. So I kind of wanted to preserve Pidgeot for whatever reason, to hold on to it, because having a Feather Dance ready to go can really do something for you by lowering their attack stats by 2 stages. Hitmonchan is in the back, ready to go up against that Galarian Stunfisk. So this is kind of technically pretty good for us here, but you're going to see how it is going to slowly turn into a bad situation here. So we are going for the Moonblast. I mean, we've got Future Sight. We're not going to be going for that, right? And yes, I am going to still have Future Sight on this thing. I just feel like, you know, I don't really need to use an Elite TM. I found a lot of situations where having Future Sight is amazing. They're going to be swapping back into their Stunfisk here. We're going to shield this Earthquake up, and good thing we called it correctly, building up a little bit of extra energy and going for the Ice Punch here. They do have that crest in the back. We got to think about that. They're letting it go. Now, we're going to, I think we'll let this go. It is an Earthquake, unfortunately, but hey, we're still holding onto a shield, and we still got 2 Pokemon in the back. Granted, the Pidgeot's got pretty much no health left, but it still has enough. It's a wrap. I mean, they've got 2 shields left. I was laughing. I said, if you shield this up, give me a break. Okay, so they want to put up a fight until the very end. Okay, sounds good to me. So we'll let this go. And then we'll just bring in the crest and then Psycho cut them down. Time was almost up. I didn't even notice that. We used up the whole dang timer. Next battle, we're going to be met with an Ampharos. Horrible lead. Great. Let's see how we play around this. Bringing in the Cresselia. Now we know they're going to be hitting us with Brutal Swing and also their Shadow, so it's going to be doing that much more damage. Let's see it. That's pretty good. Bringing us down to almost half health here. Going to go for the Moonblast. Probably should have went for Future Sight, but that's okay. They're letting it go and retreating with energy and bringing in a Charizard. And here you go. This is exactly why I want Future Sight. Look at that. We wouldn't have been able to do that damage if we didn't have it otherwise. Grass Knot, Moonblast, it's all resisted. So having Future Sight can help you out in these situations. They're going for Dragon Claw. We're calling it and letting it go. Going to go ahead and throw a Moonblast here. Might as well. And we're getting a shield out of them. Great. Now they're going to be able to farm us down, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate. We're absolutely going to be bringing in our Pidgeot here. Yeah, I'm going to shield this up. I would assume it's going to be a Blast Burn. Nope, they go for a Dragon Claw. Oh, okay. Bringing in their Ampharos here, and we're going to let this go. Hitting me with a Brutal Swing, so they must have Focus Blast or something. Bringing in our Hitmonchan to start countering them down and building up our energy, and they're swapping into a Tapu Fini, and this is looking like we can potentially pull this off, although the Ampharos did have energy when it retreated the first time, and it didn't throw, so now it's got even more energy, so we have to keep that in mind here. Going for another Thunder Punch up against this Tapu Fini, super effective, taking them out, bringing in the Ampharos, and that is, it's not over yet because they could have 2 Thunder Punches. There's one, and we're taking them out with the Pidgeot. If they got to the Thunder Punch, I'm pretty sure that would have KO'd, so that was a good game, close one with a bad lead. Next battle, another horrible lead up against Walrein, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Cresselia here, and they're going to be bringing in Trevenant. Alright, lovely. Bad position already. Although, the Pidgeot is going to absolutely crush, wall, and destroy that Trevenant because of the moves that it does have, as well as its typing here. So we're going to let that go, no problem at all. And we're getting to the Moonblast, but unfortunately they're going to be able to get off a Seed Bomb, which is absolutely going to be able to KO us here. Not going to use a shield for that. I'm just going to be bringing in Pidgeot and just taking care of business here. I'm going to farm them all the way down to Funky Town and come out of this battle with a ton of energy here. So they're going to be hitting me with a Seed Bomb, no problem. We resist that and farming them down, and we have a lot of energy ready to go. 2 shields on both ends. We already know they're going to be bringing in that Walrein, right? So here's the thing. Oh, okay, they go for Charizard. And now at this point, they force closed. All right, they force closed their app. All right. Oh my goodness, this is the way it goes. Even if I have a bad lead, then they do this. They're like, oh, I'm not going to give you the full battle. Like, you had a good lead and you're going to force close? Give me a break. So I counter them down and take the win. Their game just crashed. My bad. Next game, we're going to be met with a Shadow Dragonite here. As soon as we put the Walrein in the middle. You see that? See that? Didn't see a Dragonite until I put Walrein on my team. And this is Go Battle Day, so I was doing a ton. Now, I got another thing to say. If you can't, well, you all understand. I'll put it this way. With Go Battle Day, you should be able to see these patterns easier. I don't want to attack people. I don't want to say point a finger. But if you can't see it, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, we're taking down that Dragonite. And we do have a ton of energy going for Earthquake on that Jellicent. This is not good because, well, the Hitmonchan is not going to be doing much unless we land a Thunder Punch. We're going to let this first one go. Unfortunately, it is going to be a Shadow Ball. And getting to an Earthquake, let's go ahead and hit this here. But judging on what we've seen in the front, I think we should be looking pretty good. They might have something weak to fighting in the back, as they did have a Flyer, and now they have a Ghost. So let's just hope there is some Steel. And there it is. Look at that. Reggie, Steel itself. Quite literally the embodiment of steel types. So we're going to go ahead and go for Thunder Punch before they get off any sort of charge move here. I was contemplating if I should shield this up or not. We're going to let it go. Zap Cannon's doing a ton, but I just felt like, you know, this is just too close. I'm going to have a shield. This is essentially a loss. We got a Jellicent to take care of. Sure, we got a shield, but they lowered our stats. This Thunder Punch surely is not going to be enough, right? Hitmonchan, are you worth that million Stardust? One more counter and we take the win and take it for the win. Are you kidding me? Hitmonchan putting in the damn work. Next battle, finally we got a good lead, but at the end of the day, it's actually not that great, okay? Because they can go for Rock Slide. We're going to be forced to shield, which is going to essentially KO us here. For crying out loud, even a Cross Chop's going to be doing a ton of damage. So we're going to be going for the Feather Dance here, and they're letting it go, knowing that we're going to be going for that probably. And we're able to farm them down, winning this matchup in half health, but it did cost us a shield, bringing in Drapion, and this is looking good already. So we're going to immediately go ahead and go for the Feather Dance, and we're getting a shield. It's always amazing getting a shield from somebody when you do go for Feather Dance. You gotta love it here. Going for a Crunch, letting it go. They're going to be able to farm us down, and we're getting to another one, which is going to be putting them at an attack debuff by 4 stages. And we're looking good here. Easily bringing in Hitmonchan. They immediately swap, and they've got a Snorlax in the back, and this is looking absolutely amazing here. Now, we've got 1 shield left, and we're going to go ahead and let that Body Slam go, no problem at all, and hit that Thunder Punch here. And we should be able to take them out with the Hitmonchan and counter them down. Let's go. Great. And we shield this up. No, we let this go. We'll bring in our what we got, Lapras now. Okay, Shiny Shadow Lapras. Speaking of that, you can go ahead and get those grunts. I've been hearing reports of them not being appearing as much as they usually would. Go figure, Niantic would do that, but who knows. Anyways, if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best day of my life.